I will show you now the easiest way to make a RAG AI agent using n8n for free. So this automation has two parts. The first part is going to be us chatting with the AI agent, and this AI agent is generating a response based on the files we feed it to the knowledge base, and our knowledge base is integrated into MongoDB. This is the platform we are using as our database for free. And the second part of the automation is going to be a way to feed the new files or any extra data into our knowledge base by uploading it through a Google Drive, then feeding it into the database in MongoDB. This template, you can grab it from the description for free. So the first node is going to be a simple chat trigger node. Then we're going to add it into an AI agent, and the prompt is going to be simply connected chat trigger node. And the system message is going to be a simple prompt to an AI agent designed to answer user questions using only the information stored in the knowledge base. And the extra text in the prompt is going to be your primary objective, some rules, and the workflow is going to use in order to answer us based on the knowledge base. Then our memory, we are not going to use a simple memory. We are going to use MongoDB chat memory, or you can use any other memory you like. But I have gone with MongoDB because it's easy, free, and simple. But I haven't gone with simple memory because it is used for only test automations. But for production level workflows, we are going to use a database for our chats to be always stored like MongoDB. So you can see here when we go into the node, we have to make our credentials first. But before we make our credentials, we have to get the session ID, which is going to be mapped from the previous node, which is the chat trigger node. And we have to give it a collection name, database name. So the knowledge base is going to be very simple. Our parent folder is going to be the database. Under or inside this folder, there are another folders which are called collections. So in our use case, the database parent folder is going to have collection which is called chat history. And the contents window length, you can make it for up to 100, whatever you want. I've gone with 10 for simplicity. I'll show you now how to get your MongoDB credentials. Let's go now and create a new credential. Great, let's change the configuration type to connection string. Let first give us our database a name. I will go with knowledge, upper score, base. Great. Now go to any browser you like and let's search for MongoDB. Let's hit on the first link that appears. Great. Now sign up with Google or with whatever you want. Once signed up, you will get this form. Scroll down and hit on skip personalization. We don't need it for now. Great. You have three plans. You can scale later and go with the paid plan, but now we will go with the free plan, the first one to the right. Let's name our cluster. I will name it as n8n upper score cluster. Then choose your provider. I will go with AWS. And the region, choose the closest region to where you live. Hit on create deployment. Great. Now let's press on create database user. Hit on choose connection method. Hit on drivers. Scroll down to the third one. And I want you to hit on show password. Make sure it's turned on. Let's copy the string. Go back to n8n and paste it in the connection string. Then let's go back, hit on done. Now let's go make our database on collection. Let's go to clusters and hit on browse collections. Hit on dismiss. Hit on create database. I'll name our database as knowledge, our score base, the same one in our credential page in n8n. The collection name will be data. Hit on create database. Done. Now you can see our database name knowledge base is the same one in our credential page in n8n and should be the exact same name. Now let's hit on save and test our connection. Great, it's working successfully. Now let's go and create another collection for our AI agent chat history. Create collection, name it chat history, and hit on create collection. That's it. So you have got your credentials. Are going to be able to move to the tool of the AI agent is going to be used for retrieving the information required from our knowledge base in order that the AI agent is going to give us a response. Just simply add a tool, search for Mongo. It's going to be the one with the white logo, MongoDB Atlas Vector Store, and that's it. So you see our AI agent is using a normal model, a Gemini model, but the knowledge base is using another kind of models, which is going to be an embedding model. The difference between the two is that normal LLM like Gemini 3 is going to answer us with a normal text, but the embedding model like ours is going to turn your text into numbers. So MongoDB can search and find the right information when the AI is going to form an answer for a question. So this is its way of searching for the required information in order to form answer by the AI. This way is called vector search. The easiest way to explain what is vector search is by saying that when you search for the keyword car, you get only things that has the word exactly car. But in vector search, it's called semantic search, which is going to search not just for car, but all the equivalent words like car, vehicle, automobile, driving, roads, things like that. So that will make our search smarter. So when you go inside the model, you can see it has another model. It's called Model Text Embedding 004, not like Gemini 2.5 or Gemini 3. You can simply get it by just pressing on the plus button, and you can get all the models you need like OpenAI, Mistral, Gemini. I've gone with embedding Google Gemini, just that simple. Now inside the knowledge base node, we are going to choose our credentials, the same one we made for the previous node. The operation mode is going to be retrieve documents as tool for AI agent. The description for the AI is going to be use this knowledge base to answer questions from the user. Our MongoDB collection is going to be just from the list data. We don't need our chat history is going to be retrieved from the memory node, but our data is going to be retrieved from this tool. And the embedding, just simply name it embedding. The metadata field text, vector index name. I'm going to show you now how to get your vector index name. Simply go back to MongoDB website, go to the left sidebar, and let's choose search and vector search. You can close this, then press on create search index, choose vector search, then scroll down, and let's give it a name. This is the same one will be in our n8n. It will be database underscore vector underscore index. Scroll down and press on the knowledge base, which is our database. Hit on our collection. It is going to be data. If you see no vector embeddings were detected in this collection, it is okay. You can skip it. Scroll down and choose visual editor and hit on next. Now let's name the path embedding as in our n8n. The number of dimensions, it depends on your own embedding model. So we'll go to our embedding model and copy its name. So here's my model, text embedding 004. I will copy it and go to any LLM and ask it, what is the number of dimensions for this model? Just paste it in the chat and should give you the best number for your model. And you can see that mine is 768 dimensional embeddings. I will use it here. Now scroll down and choose the similarity method as cosine. And then hit on next. That's it. Here are all information. Hit on create vector search index. Great. Now wait for the status to be from pending to ready. Now it's ready. You can copy this index name and paste it in our node in the field of vector index name. So now we have our vector index name. The limit is going to be the top 10 results. I think this is more than enough for the agent to make its response around this information based on our prompt. Make sure to turn on include metadata. Going to the next part of our automation, just a simple Google Drive trigger. The one will be every minute, so to keep our database fresh, and trigger on changes involving a specific folder. And the folder is going to be from our list, knowledge base. You can go to your Google Drive, press on new, and make a new folder, name it whatever you want, choose it from our list. And watch for choose file updated. Then the next node is going to download this file we uploaded to our Google Drive, and the operation will be download. We are going to identify this file by the file ID, which we are going to get it from the previous node. The next node is very important because MongoDB database, it can accept random files in its database like PDF, CSVs, like spreadsheets, but it can only stores them, but not suitable for a RAG AI agent for its database to be only files like PDF and CSV because MongoDB doesn't have the ability to extract the text inside these files. So in order to make this easy for ourselves, this node is going to help us by parsing the files, by extracting the text from PDFs or extracting the text from our spreadsheets, the CSV files, I mean by that, then turns them into embeddings and add them into our database. So the RAG AI agent can extract them very easily, but this node only works with an embedding model, not a normal LLM like Gemini. So we're going to go with the same node as the previous, just to choose the same model if you want. It's going to be a simple node. You can find it just by typing Mongo. It's going to be the white logo one. Press on add documents to vector store. So inside this node, we are going to use the same credentials, and the operation mode is going to be insert documents. The MongoDB collection is going to be data. Embedding, just keep it as embedding. Metadata field is going to be text. Vector index name the same as previous, database vector index. Embedding batch size, keep it as 200. Then the another node is going to be the data loader. It will be the only one once you hit the plus icon. That's it. The type of data is going to be binary. The mode load specific data format, keep it as automatic. So whatever file we upload is going to parse it and feed it into our database using the embedding model. And the input data field name is going to be data. The text splitting is going to be simple. Which I mean by that is going to split the characters into chunks. The first chunk is going to be 1000 characters with the 200 characters overlap. Like the first chunk is going to be from 0 to 1000. The next 1000 characters is going to start from the number 800. So they will share the 200 characters. By that, we don't miss any characters in between. So that's it for our automation. Let's try it now. First, we need a knowledge base. Upload a file. Just make sure that your n8n cluster is working fine. Great, here's our data. You will see once we upload our file, is going to show up here. You see now we don't have any data. So I'll upload this CSV. There's going to be an inventory tracking spreadsheet, just an inventory for a food company. There's going to be tracked by the category, subcategory, unit size, cost, the quantity, which is going to be out of stock or the expiration date, things like that, and the last updated date. That's it. Now we'll go to our Google Drive. I'll upload our file. Hit a new file upload. So I'll upload our file now. Hit on open. Great, now it has been uploaded. Let's execute our workflow. Right, it's going through. Now it's downloading the file and being added to our database. Great, that's done. You can see that our inventory spreadsheet, it has 100 rows with all this information. So when the embedding model is going to extract all this text and turn it into embeddings, you can see it has to be 100 embeddings. So when you go to our n8n, you can see it has gotten one file and turn it into 100 items, which means by that 100 rows. Let's go to our database, refresh the page. It's connecting now. Great, open our knowledge base. Let's go to data. So you can see here our old database. You can see here's our whole row with the product ID, product name. Let's see in our sheet. Great, the same row. So let's try now our AI agent by chatting with it. So let me ask it something from our sheet. Let's try a question like, what is our most expensive product? Hit on enter. Great, our most expensive product is extra virgin olive oil priced at $14.99. Let's check that. Let's search for this item. Great, it's priced right. It's at $14.99. Very great, it's now working correctly. And to check our chat history if it's working well, I'll say what was my last question to you. Last question to me was, what is our most expensive product? Very great. And if you go our n8n collection, you can see that chat history was empty. It's updated. So you can see here's the chat with our session ID. And you can see here's our whole questions with the answer. What is our most expensive product? Here's the answer. What was my last question to you? And here's the answer. Very great. So it stores every chat separately. Let me try another file. It's going to be a PDF file for the same food company with its annual revenue and its expenses. Let's upload it now. Great, now it's being uploaded. I'll go back to our automation and execute this workflow. Now it's being uploaded to our database. So let's now ask something about our file. Let's try, what was the total revenue for the fiscal year of 2025? I will go open the chart. Let's make a new chart. What is our total revenue in the fiscal year of 2025 and the growth rate? Right now it's retrieving this information from our database. Our total revenue in the fiscal year 2025 was 12.4 billion, representing a 6.2% increase year over year. Let's check this information. You can see the metrics are in USD millions. So here's our fiscal year earnings. The growth rate was 6.2% as it said. So it's working correctly. Very great. And it has the ability to parse and extract the text of any file format and upload it to our database. This is a very advanced automation. And if you want to make one like it, then go on and watch how to make resume screening automation.